Darth Maul is one of the coolest Sith. He's red and has horns, and he just looks evil. He is pure of rage and anger. He seems to be a lot different than the other Sith, like Lord Tyrannus and Darth Vader. So you may ask, what is different with him? Well, the big difference between Darth Maul and all the other Sith is that he is born into the dark side and into the Sith. You see, usually the Sith Master will take someone on as their apprentice while they are older and have some life experience. This happened to Palpatine, Dooku, and Anakin. They all lived their lives and then something bad happened. What that was will be different from person to person, but they all had some trauma and filled it with anger towards the dark side. For Dooku, that was the corrupt politics of the Council, which led to Qui-Gon's death. For Anakin, it was the lack of sympathy and empathy of the Council towards Padme's death, or supposed death, and the hidden knowledge that they wouldn't let him have from being a Jedi Master. All these Sith had chosen the dark side for themselves, unlike the Jedi. As I just said, that is because these experiences fueled their anger and hatred towards something or someone. However, with Maul, he was taken by Palpatine when he was a baby. He grew up through the dark side and is all he ever knew. Palpatine had built him up from the ground instead of letting life throw him in some horrible experience. This means that all his anger and hatred towards the Jedi is inorganic, and it just comes from Palpatine's manipulation. Palpatine trained Maul to be a Sith assassin, since there were already two Siths with Plagueis and Palpatine. He trained him to hate the Jedi with a passion, and always be angry, which constantly fueled him. That is why he was able to survive Obi-Wan's attack in the Phantom Menace. This really distincts him from everyone else, as they were all angry about something that had happened to them. This means that he was never going to be a Sith Master, and he was always be under his Master's manipulation. But this all changed after the Phantom Menace. You see, once Darth Maul got chopped up in half, he became like the other Sith. Something in life had happened to him, and now he's had a real reason to be angry and to have all this hatred. Obi-Wan cut his legs and had him suffer for 10 years, and now he had to pay. Darth Maul became his own Sith, this time with double the rage. He had had the rage from his childhood, and now the rage from Obi-Wan, and eventually from Palpatine. This led him to become one of the best Sith. Except all this rage and anger blinded him from reality, and that got him killed. His rage and anger got him so far, to the point of ruling Mandalore and almost all crime syndicates. If he didn't mess up, he could have ruled the galaxy after the Emperor died, and actually surpassed the Emperor and Darth Vader in power. But that didn't happen. Now let's look at the reason why Darth Maul was on his own and not a part of the Sith Master and Apprentice. You see, just like every other Sith, Darth Maul ended up getting his moment of rage, anger, and hatred. So like the other Sith, he left his order. Except with Maul, his order wasn't the Jedi Order, it was the Sith. So because of this, he ended up leaving the Sith, and he tried to start his own Sith and Sith empire with his brother Savage. Of course, this didn't go as planned, as Palpatine already has his plans, and no one was going to interfere with them. So he made sure that Maul and his apprentice-brother Savage couldn't rise up to power that he had. Maul then poured his hatred into Palpatine after he killed his brother. This led to Maul being on his own and being a one-man army. That is what he really is. Alone. He's not a Sith, nor a Jedi, simply an outsider on the dark side. All because of the fact that he was born into the Sith. If he had been born into the Jedi, then when he got cut in half and survived, he would have become Palpatine's apprentice and would have been a normal and even more powerful Sith Lord. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already to make sure you never miss any great Star Wars content. Click the video on screen, and apart from that, have a great day.